We're going to walk around Los Angeles dressed like a Regency lady.
Do I look like a Jane Austen character, or do I look like someone who's really into cottagecore? You decide.
And I review celebrity acting techniques. I reviewed techniques as seen on Game of Thrones, Emily in Paris, Fleabag, Stranger Things, but today we are talking about Bridgerton.
Bridgerton was honestly just what the doctor ordered in quarantine.
Is it historically accurate? Costume YouTube would say no, but it is delicious. Bridgerton is essentially Jane Austen fanfic mixed with a light Gossip Girl trope. Yep, can't wait till season 7 when they reveal that Dan is Lady Whistledown. The fans are sure gonna love that. Anyways, I, as well as everyone else with a Netflix subscription, have fallen head over heels in love with this man. Meet regé-jean Page, aka the Duke of Hastings in Bridgerton, and he is my new celebrity crush.
Hayden.
Yeah?
Is it okay if I try my celebrity crush's acting technique for a video?
I mean, I don't see why that would be a problem.
Great. And just for the record, this is what he looks like. You have a crush on him now, don't you?
Yeah.
So without further ado, here's how regé-jean Page became the Duke of Hastings. Oh, and be sure to stick around until the end of the video to see the final scene because you might just like what you see. Only no sex scenes though.
We're not filming a sex scene?
Sorry, I don't make the rules, YouTube does.
Oh.
Regé-jean Page may be the breakout star of 2021, but he's actually been acting since he was a kid.
Oh, and what is this? Do I spy Shakespeare on his resume? Damn! Just when you think he couldn't get more attractive, am I right?
Oh, and for anyone new here, we do stand Shakespeare on this channel. We love him. Anyways, in order to prepare for the Duke of Hastings, Paige read the book which the show is based on. This may seem like common sense, but I have worked with a plethora of idiot actors in Los Angeles, so I feel like I need to point this out. You should read the play or the book your scene is from every time you are doing a scene, no exceptions, and if I have to convince one more person to read the play we are doing a scene from, I am going to pull my hair out and light it on fire. Moving on. In order to play his characters, Paige needs to walk in his character's shoes. Quite literally. In his Who, What, Where interview, he says, "It's a bit of a cliche, but it starts with the shoes. You walk out in someone else's shoes, and I like to do that quite literally. The first thing I do on a job is ask for the shoes or boots so I can walk around in them at home while I'm working and build from the ground up." Costuming in general was helpful in developing his Bridgerton character. In that same interview, Paige reveals that he'd often talked to the costume department about Byron and how a lot of his character is based on him. A lot of his costumes imply that he's traveled, that he's worldly, a bit like Byron. For example, apparently there's a robe his character picked up in Mesopotamia, or there's a token around his neck from a past lover, perhaps. All of this solidifies a backstory for his character, and many people would call this technique an outside-in technique, meaning changing things on the outside affects how you feel about your character on the inside. Compare this to Inside Out, where changing your inside affects how you feel on the outside. If this all sounds familiar, I have an episode on Anya Taylor-Joy and another on John David Washington, and they were also outside-in actors, so if you're at all curious about that technique, I highly recommend watching those videos too. In the meantime, it sounds like I'm gonna have to go online and order some period-correct Regency shoes. Any chance I can get those in a working actor's budget, or am I gonna have to shell out $200 on Etsy? Oh, man. Hello, and welcome to the mock audition portion of this video. I'll have one take as a control with maybe 30 minutes of preparation, a bit like a cold read, and then I'll try the acting technique and come back and see if it helped. Here's take 1. You have no understanding, do you? You've comprehended just that I'm sick of being your mistress, and your solution is to conscript me into being your wife. It is not being your mistress that I am sick of, John. I'm sick of you.
I do not wish to be your wife. I do not wish to be anyone's wife. I wish to continue being the creature that I am. I know now, Gwyn, I will not give up the stage just as soon as some king or lord sees me on it and then, wanting me to be his and his alone, pays me a vast sum of fortune to keep me off of it. I will not trade my certain glory for your undependable love.
Wow, that was actually not a bad take. I recorded this several weeks ago, and I remember it being way shittier in my head than what I just watched. Obviously, the accent needs a lot of work, but I'm quite pleased with this first take. Maybe I was just hard on myself, but yeah, it's not a bad first take at all. I'm quite proud of it. But still, I'm curious to see what some shoes will do.
So, let's talk about shoes. When I was in college, I had this acting professor who had this huge rant about shoes. He basically said that every actor needs to find their character's shoes because changing your shoes will change how you walk. And if you can change how you walk, well, that's half the battle of turning into a different character. He also had this huge tirade against character shoes. You know character shoes, the black and tan ones were meant to buy in acting school at like $50 a pop. Yeah, character shoes. He fucking hated character shoes. He thought they made us all walk the same. He thought our characters were bland because of them. He was like, how can you have the same shoe for someone in the 1920s and in the 1940s? He fucking hated character shoes. He was like, you have to find a unique shoe for that character. All this to say, Regé-Jean Page's acting technique, where he changes his shoes for his character, is nothing new. But it is a little difficult if, say, and I'm just spitballing here, if, say, you are a fun-employed actor in Los Angeles and you need to find period correct Regency shoes for, let's say, $20. And also, you can't sew, so that's off the table. So, how would one procure such shoes? So, I did a little research on shoes. At the time, men's shoes were very sturdy. They were made for activities like, you know, horseback riding and walking and being a soldier. But women's shoes at the time, they were very delicate and soft and made of fabric, and they would basically dissolve if they stepped in a puddle. So, I went onto Etsy. Period correct Regency slippers were $200. I mean, hell yeah. Get your coin, costumers. We love our costumers. We should pay our costumers fairly. But I am so fucking unemployed. I'm so unemployed. I wish I could drop $200 on fucking Jane Austen shoes right now, but I just fucking can't do it, y'all. I just fucking can't do it. So I kept doing research, and eventually I found photos of Regency era shoes for upper class women, and they were very similar to the slippers. They were very delicate, they were made of cloth, they laced up, and the more I looked at them, the more that they reminded me of a contemporary shoe. They honestly reminded me of jazz boots. So, that's what I went with. My under $20 Regency shoes from Amazon are jazz boots, and I am so fucking pleased with them. I think they look absolutely great. Here are the laces. I haven't done them up yet, they're brand new, but I'm so pleased with this. Are they the most period correct? No. But then again, neither is Bridgerton. My goal for these is just to have them change how I walk. Just change how I am connected to the earth. I kind of want to treat these like a rehearsal skirt, like the shoe version of a rehearsal skirt, where maybe a rehearsal skirt isn't period accurate, but it is a tool for the actor to access their character through clothing. I kind of just want these to be my shoe rehearsal skirt. You feel me? Anyways, I am so excited to put these on and take them for a spin. See you soon!
Okay, I have my shoes, and I'm going to put them on for the first time. And we're going to walk around Los Angeles dressed like a Regency lady.
Eight. 2. Shoulders. Neck. And 4.
I think she's a 6.
You think she's a 6?
I think because she's more the monologue I'm doing, she's more lower class. Because the 5 is your neutral walk, and 6 is like, oh shit, I'm a little late for something, and it's a bit sloppier. I like that.
Well, yeah, just try it. 6. 6 the whole way.
Do I look like a Jane Austen character, or do I look like someone who's really into cottagecore? You decide.
You have no understanding, do you? You have comprehended just that I am tired of being a mistress. So your solution is to conscript me into being your wife. It is not being your mistress that I am tired of, John. I'm tired of you. I do not wish to be your wife. I do not wish to be anyone's wife. I wish to continue being the creature that I am. I am no Nell Gwyn. I will not give up the stage just as soon as some king or some lord sees me on it and then wishing me to be his and his alone pays me a vast sum of fortune to keep me off of it. I will not trade my future for your undependable love.
Well, let's take a moment to watch both of these takes on mute. This is a technique that a lot of casting directors use, and I think it could be really useful here because this technique is essentially about body language and posture. So on first glance, take 2, I think she has a better posture, and she's not using her arms as much. She is using them, but they are more restricted, which is what I wanted because this is a more restricted time period. I will say that my first interpretation of take 2 was like, damn, this bitch is world weary. And like, yeah, I am. I just spent all goddamn day traipsing around the park. But you know, I'm kind of okay with that. I think it works for this character to be tired, and I like that, you know, she's lived a life. And I'm really grateful I got to learn more about her. Again, it's not that take 1 was bad, it's just in take 2, I got to learn more about this person, and I think that's really, really cool to use costumes to do that.
But I'm curious to know, which take was your favorite? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to click subscribe and to click that bell so you know whenever I upload a new one. And if you have any ideas on what actor I should try to emulate next, please let me know. I would love to hear your suggestions. Overall, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye!